Rockstar might have done it. I'm not going to say this is the perfect car, but the Vigero ZX muscle car that was released today, aka the Camaro, is flat out awesome. And in this video, we're going to be going over what exactly makes this car so damn cool. I'm not even going to pose the question, should you buy it? Because yes, I think you should. If you just like cool looking cars that drive really well and that have a ton of customization, this is the car that you want. It does have a couple of negatives, which we'll get to, but overall, this thing is just so much fun. But before we do actually get into the vehicle, let's quickly go over the newswire, the event week, because of course today is Thursday. We got a new event week. We have some interesting stuff. There's actually a new GTA Plus thing, and unfortunately, this vehicle is actually free if you pay for GTA Plus. So it's unfortunate for everyone who doesn't pay for GTA Plus. But let's just quickly run through the newswire. What exactly is happening this week? Rockstar actually added some new HSW races on the new consoles on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Although I believe from what I've seen, it's just like old races that they made with the HSW tag. So they're not actually new, I don't think. But I don't know. There's like 5 of them. Also, if you were wondering, on the new consoles, the Vigero ZX here, the Camaro, is an actual HSW vehicle. So you can go there and make it even faster. This week, I think Rockstar is doing a Sprunk week. And then I'm assuming next week will be the Ecola week. But you actually get these free green glasses. I guess you just go to the store and get them. Doesn't really say you have to do anything specific. Also, all the vehicles on the dealerships are all green. Now, one thing that's great, and I'll show you guys, the Vigero ZX is actually in Simeon, so you can actually test drive it, which is fantastic. You have these other 2 vehicles. What the hell is this? The iMorgan. Looks weird. On the Luxury Autos dealership. And then as far as what's happening with like the money, there's some bunker bonuses. They've been doing this research speed increase for the last like 6 months now, I feel. I don't know what their obsession with this is, but it's just, you get 1.5 research speeds this week. Also, 2 times money, RP, and research units for the source research data. I think that's one of the new things. You also get 250K for completing a cell mission, and another 250K for completing 3 cell missions. So free 500K for just doing a couple of the cell missions. I mean, look, you can just literally get the smallest amount, sell it, get the 500K. Do that 3 times, you get 500K. 3 times money's on the Super Sport series. We have 2 times money on Hunting Pack. And that's actually it. So as far as like the event week, it's nothing crazy, honestly. I mean, you have all the vehicles you can get, the Locust on the podium. And then as far as discounts, still free liveries there, 40% off that. 50% off the Comet Safari isn't terrible. Hakuchu Drag also 50% off is pretty good. And then the rest of them doesn't look like anything is great here, honestly. We did mention the GTA Plus, and I'll quickly go through that. I don't know how many people are out there with GTA Plus, but as far as what's new this month, of course, again, you get the free Camaro, as well as a couple of exclusive liveries. You also get a free MC Clubhouse, and then some exclusive clothing, and I think like a bunch of tattoos and stuff are all free. If you're a GTA Plus member, you also get a 50% bonus on biker cell missions for this month. So that's pretty solid. Also 75% off all biker supplies. So this month is basically biker month if you're a GTA Plus member. Again, exclusive gear, 2 times money on survivals, and then the typical sort of small stuff, waived organization fees, bonus shark card money, and that's kind of it. So GTA Plus is all right. I mean, the biggest thing, of course, you get the free car. I still don't think it's really worth the $6 a month, but whatever. You can decide on your own. Speaking of the car, let's talk about it. Now, the Vigero ZX here, it does unfortunately come in at a pretty expensive price. It's basically $2 million. And it is a muscle car, so you're spending $2 million for a muscle car. Now, despite it being in the muscle class, it's actually really fast. I would almost say this does handle and sort of perform like a sports car. We'll take it through some of the testing as always in a second, but we're going to quickly run through the customization like we always start with. this thing has a ton of customization. Some of it is not the best, I'm not gonna lie, but I think there's a couple of options where you're in like the 20s. There was one option, I don't know if it was a hood or spoiler or something, maybe it was bumper. 27 options I seen. That's crazy. So as far as customization, this thing is definitely not lacking. Where it is lacking, the liveries, I think the liveries kind of stink. I don't know if the HSW ones are any good, because of course I'm on PC here, not on the new consoles, but the liveries that they have are not very good. I mean, you have some good variety of them. I just don't think you're going to be seeing too many of these vehicles with liveries. More than likely, you're going to be seeing this vehicle in yellow in the Bumblebee color, because that's what everyone's going to have. But yeah, the liveries aren't that great. But apart from that, all the other customization is pretty solid. The hood's pretty solid. The grille, the skirts, the spoilers, everything, the bumpers, everything is great as far as customization goes. Now, the interior, we'll just take a look at that real quick. It's all right. Don't be driving this in first person. You have a very little small window to actually look through. Although you can see some of the speedometer and all the stuff on the dashboard. I don't know how Rockstar pulled this off, but this is probably one of the best and most realistic looking cars, like based off of the IRL version. I mean, this looks pretty identical to the Camaro in real life. So as far as looks and all that, I mean, you're just winning with this vehicle. Now, before we actually do hop into the speed and handling, like I said at the beginning, and like they sort of mentioned in the newswire, you can actually go to Simeon's dealership. If you're a little hesitant and you're trying to feel it out for yourself, you can go to his dealership and actually test drive this vehicle out in free roam for 5 minutes. You can do it multiple times, but if you were short on cash and you're curious about this vehicle and you don't maybe trust me, test drive it for yourself. It's obviously not fully upgraded or anything, but it does give you a good idea of what this vehicle will be like. But fully upgraded, this thing is nice. It's a bit different actually than most other vehicles, because it does feel like this car actually has weight, which does make it kind of fun. It's not really that grippy, and sometimes honestly you will lose a little bit of control on some turns, but that's what makes this vehicle, in my opinion, very fun. It is also very fast, as we'll see. Going over the one of the bumpier parts of the city, it does kind of jump around. So that is maybe one thing that's a negative when you are driving around the city. You may lose control just because you're going so fast, your car is coming off the ground. But you can see we hit about 135, maybe even a little higher as far as the top speed on some of these roads. That is nuts for a muscle car. I mean, that's literally pushing supercar speeds. And then if you're on the new consoles with the HSW upgrades, I can't even imagine. You're probably going to be hitting close to maybe 160, which is nuts. Because like I mentioned, it does have, it feels like it has a decent amount of weight behind it. Just hitting the handbrake, it doesn't really work that well. You might fly into a wall occasionally if you're doing that. So there is a slight learning curve to this vehicle, but it is very fun once you can figure that out. And again, the speed, it's not like a normal muscle car where it just feels like you're struggling to get up to speed. It's got good acceleration. It has great top speed. And again, it's just a great and fun car to drive around. And that's why I say this is probably one of the best cars Rockstar's done in recent memory. Now, in all honesty, the only real downsides to this vehicle is that because it's not like an Amani Tech vehicle, you know, obviously you can still get locked onto like every other vehicle, can still blow up. It's nothing special as far as that goes. If this vehicle had Amani Tech, I think this would be the best vehicle in the game. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world. So that is a downside, I guess, if you want to classify it. But I mean, that's kind of it. I just think this is a great car. I guess the other downside, yeah, $2 million. It does cost quite a bit of money, but you're getting sort of everything in a single car. And even like the dirt, when you get dirt on this vehicle, it just looks cool. I don't really notice that on many other vehicles, but I noticed it here, and I don't know how I got dirt on my car because I was just driving on the interstate, but I got dirt and you can see it just, I don't know, it looks kind of cool. And that's the car. That is the Camaro in GTA Online. Let us know in the comments, do you also think this vehicle is awesome? Actually, the only other downside, and it's not even about the car itself, it's about the GTA Online community. You're going to be seeing this car a lot over the next week or two. Probably in the yellow color like you're seeing in my game, because it's Bumblebee from the Transformers movie. So you're going to be seeing that a lot. And if you like to be unique, well, unfortunately, you're not going to be too unique if you're rocking this car as well. But anyway, that's going to do it for the video. Again, yeah, let us know what your thoughts are on this vehicle. This is a must-buy in my opinion. That's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.